Howdy there, Growlix here. Trying something a little bit different. I did just see the MK1 trailer a little earlier today and have kind of observed some of the others' observations and reactions towards it. And I felt like it was missing, excuse me, sorry, I feel like it's missing a little bit of a critical eye towards it. There's obviously a lot of hype around it, but I don't know. For me, I felt like there was some different things that were showing up that didn't quite match all the hype that was going into this game. And you know, maybe I feel like I'll give it a try here and see if I can find a way to articulate that and express that here. That will kind of have you see where I'm coming from on this. So let's just get started here. I mean, again, they've been hyping this up for months. This is like a surprise announcement they made like a few weeks ago. Okay. I'll turn it down a little bit. You know, let's change the settings here. Let me back it up just a tiny bit. Sorry. Okay, these two guys in the shop getting attacked. It's supposed to be. Looks like it's supposed to be Kung Lao.
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight.
It does look nice, like the cinematic-wise. I like the backgrounds. Okay, look like there's some air combos, follow-ups, all this stuff. One thing is that field of view here. It does remind me a lot more of Injustice, which, if you've been following the development of this game kind of closely, there was some confusion over what the next game was going to be. There was a time where WB was thinking of selling off NetherRealm at some point. They did end up keeping them, but I think this did impact the development of this game. Again, if you see the field of view, this does suggest kind of an Injustice was maybe what they were working on at first. I like that. Now, I do like the use of that hammer. I think that's pretty cool. Slams him in the air. The ground bounce there kind of reminds me of MKX, but you did see he was moving forward, so it's a little bit different than how the ground bounce worked in MKX. But good to see that they're kind of utilizing that. Interesting amplified version.
You have proven worthy of joining us.
This looks to be story
There
mode
are
stuff.
other champions, I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento. It's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
Okay, looks like Kenshi without, you know, he doesn't seem to be blind here, so that's interesting. He has the suit here too. Spirit stays on the screen, looks like. That's pretty cool. Okay, that looked to be have been like a super flash, and then you see here his partner comes in. Partner does the thing, the cameo fighter, then Kenshi does his thing, it looks like. Now, maybe it's just the trailer and what they're trying to do with the trailer, you know, show off both the story and the gameplay at the same time. But it does cause a bit of conflict, I think, when you see a story between two characters like this, and then you see one of them automatically summon a character that doesn't appear relevant to the story at that moment. You know, where does Sub-Zero factor into the story? Where's the stakes with that? So just something I observed a few times during this trailer. So it did feel a little bit jarring, a little bit weird to me as I was watching. Continue. I'll give him credit. I love the choreography on that throw. I think it's cool. It's zoomed in here. Up here, down low, you see the camera swoop there, and then yeah, very, very good looking. Now, I just feel like there's some stiffness with like hit stop there. But again, this could be an earlier version of the game. Maybe that gets fixed. I'm not sure, but it does give it some sort of stiffness, some sort of stiff look to it. I don't think the animations themselves look that bad though. By themselves, like, let's see, like they have a nice pose there. Yeah, he did an open palm, did the fist. Makes sense. Kick, and then of course you got the signature, right? The gut punch, and then you see the humor there from Johnny. I like it. I like it.
Okay, let's go back to one here.
And then I do think the cinematics here do look really good compared to the past games. I think it's really good. Like the way even the faces animate here.
Who are you again?
Like he does the what was it, the Robert De Niro thing where he's got the squinted eyes, kind of angry but also like confused. It's good. It's
Lord Liu Kang,
it's a good job.
protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
So he's summoning a team, it looks like. See, again, more of that. Like, how does Jackson, where do they exactly... Again, this looks to be more like general gameplay, I guess, This is just introducing Liu Kang and what he can do in the game. Let's back it up just a tiny bit. I will give them credit. I do like the way he looks here. It kind of is reminiscent of early Raiden in the games a lot. The white clothing, the linen cloth. Of course, they give him a little bit of extra stuff. It's a newer game, so you got to fill in more details. Yeah, I mean, look at this. The arms looks really freaking cool. I love it. Love, love, love it. And then the background again, excellent. I think that's the biggest standout for me as far as the graphical changes in this version of the game. Really cool. Just looks excellent. And also just like great ideas too for the backgrounds. They look really good. Jack's there, combo. And you saw the flame come from the outside. It kind of reminds me of Raiden summoning lightning from above for some of his moves. Liu Kang summons fire from the side, from outside the field of view as well. But it just does it from the side, which is kind of interesting. The dragon there looks really, really cool. See, this is where it gets a little awkward, like the floatiness there. That kind of felt like kind of stiff in the air, that combo. It was cool. But again, this could be an earlier version. Dragon there. Yeah, very good job with those. Very cool.
You have skills, Raiden.
More story, it looks
but
like.
You're inexperienced.
I'm assuming this is Kenshi, and then he said Raiden, so this is like an alternate reality Raiden here.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in harm.
Yep, Raiden. So this is a story mode. Looks like they're in a Shaolin, the Shaolin temple or trading ground. You see in the background is more of the same. The outfits kind of match, right? So this seems to be like a private conversation between the two. Some sort of conflict here. Training maybe. Maybe he's like, show me what you got, Raiden, and this is what they come up with. You'll see what I mean in a minute, why this is annoying. Okay, so like what does she have to do with this fight? So this is where it has me wondering. This is Sonya, if you're not familiar with the character, but it's like, is this going to be the story mode? You're going to be summoning random randos like this? Like, what's going on? Or is this part of this? Or is this just a clever way they've edited this? They just had them dress up in the same outfits, and then this is just a multiplayer, like a 1v1 kind of game outside the story mode. So that's one thing I want to know. If this is in the story mode, I mean, again, it kind of takes you out of the mood. It takes me out of it. I mean, I was definitely like, what the hell's going on when I saw this stuff? So it definitely bothered me. And by the way, let's see, let's show you. It's another thing I have some skepticism around this mode too. I like that they're doing like a tag thing. Let's assume that this is in the story mode either. But I mean, he's just standing there. It's just weird to me. Like, this isn't like a... When you think of like a tag mode or a assist mode thing, you think of the dynamism it's supposed to add to the game. It's supposed to add to your combos, pressure, different stuff like that. And certainly this one does add a combo to it. But it just feels weird when he's just standing there like this. I'm really not feeling that. I hope this is just certain specific moves, but yeah, I'm not a big fan. Now you see here, the opponent has their own cameo character, which is again Kano. And again, this doesn't really quite make sense with if this is going to be part of the story, if this is actually a story fight, or again, if this is the editing in play here. However, I am more of a fan of this utilization of like a cameo fighter, just having them come in, butt in, and like break up the combo. I think that's a much cooler use of the breaker system that you may have seen in like MK9 or MKX. So certainly better than MK11's breakaway. So I'm a fan of that. But again, that's outside the concerns of like the story mode stuff that I have with these cameos. So let's see. Okay, big whiff. Yep, here. See, that was more like seamless, right? He threw the knives. Like some of these work for me more. Like he's doing his combo, he throws in the knives, throws in a bit of extra damage. There you go. Pretty cool. I like it. Love this animation. I just want to see that again. That was super cool. Yeah, he's got like a little bow and arrow kind of thing, but pow, and then pulls him back down. Really cool. So I'll give him ups for some of the creativeness here. This is this is the kind of stuff that kind of gets me hype when I see gameplay. And then you see him roll in again. So let's see. Okay, does that combo. Kano comes in again with the lasers. Okay. That was a little bit vague. I don't know if he was doing a pose for the super or what, but again, it's a little weird. It looks like a fatal more than a super.
If your disease becomes known, you will be back.
Okay, this is introducing the storyline between Melina and Katana.
I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
So this looks like a clash animation if you've played Injustice 2, where they're up close, they say their little piece, and then they find each other. I did see from later footage from the rest of the presentation that they did at this conference that excuse me, sorry, that this looks to be the loading screen. Which, if that's the case, then I think that's a much better utilization of like the time waiting in the loading screen than we've seen in past games. So I'll give them a pass if that's in fact what is going on here. But I always find it weird. They're up close like that, then they both break away. It's like normally you would, in a fight, it doesn't really make sense to me. But again, I understand if it's a loading screen. Again, it was a pretty interesting transition there, and of course the background again is a standout for me as far as the appearance on this game. It looks really good. Yep, Katana Melina fighting, of course. Gotta have it. The Melina fans are happy. She's in the game at the launch, looks like. I like that you teleport animation. That looks kind of cool. She usually comes straight from above, but this one, it utilizes still that like kind of diagonal looking kick, but gives it a dynamic feel on the sides like that. Again, this is going to be a common theme. She's just sitting there posing. Like, I get it's cool that you could summon your buddy, which I do think is cool that they have Goro here. But like, do something. Like in Marvel, usually you'll have your own hits in there, you know, to help bring along, you know, extra damage while this combo's going, stuff like that. So again, I feel like why do a tag mode if you're not going to be doing cool shit while your tag partner is doing stuff too? So just stuff. So again, it looks like there was a bit of an animation. She could move at the end and then do this, but again, I would have liked to see more than that. So we'll see. Again, could be an early version of the game. Punish. And again, some moves is more seamless. Like that makes sense. He wasn't sitting there, standing there. He just popped him up real quick. This makes more sense as far as a cameo fighting to me. A shorter combo up there, straight down. I mean, Raiden's been known to have air powers, although again, this isn't the empowered version of Raiden we're used to. So, you know, that one skirts the line for me as far as the air combos, as far as how kind of stiff it looks. But it works. Exact corner carry. Yep, teleport. Now this is another thing that bothers me. Look at that. Was that a throw or a command grab or something? But like, again, can you give us something cooler than this? She literally just grabs his shoulder, pushes his shoulder, and he's like, I can't do anything. And then this, again, they're in the forest again, and this guy's just running in here with the taser. That's Striker, by the way. Not even the taser, sorry, the flashlight, and then tases, and then walks away, and then again, that's so awkward. That's just so awkward to me. It looks very kind of sluggish to me, very awkward. Not a fan, honestly. Again, I like this utilization. I love it. So you had the Kano ball earlier. You have the Jax coming in and just punching him away. I like it. I like it. Very cool. And it looks like there's some, like we saw with the Kenshi one earlier, it looks like there's some sort of combo super. Now, interesting, we see the Kung Lao with the hat this time, so there's probably multiple timelines. Maybe there's an early Kung Lao, late Kung Lao thing going on as the story develops. You've probably seen this from an X-Ray in a previous game. I'm trying to remember if it was the Fatal Blow in 11. I do like the X-ray animations better too, though. Like the bones seem a bit lighter. You see a little bit more particles there. Nice, nice. Very good. I kind of like that one. That one's pretty cool. Okay, got the fatals here. I'm not a huge fan. I like just the simpler ones like that. I find them a bit extra at times. Yeah, see, let me tell you what I mean on some of this. Okay, so this Raiden one I think expresses kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, he poked the hole on him. I think we saw that part earlier from a different part of the gameplay trailer. He burst through him. Okay, dude's dead. Like, dude is dead. You could end the fatal here. Just make it a short and sweet kind of one, right? But no, he has to go up, do that, and do the extra with that shit. It's just kind of dumb and annoying to me. I want to give you the classic. There you go. So again, at least they give you options. You know, they have some like that are short and sweet. The Inner Blood, September 19th. Okay, Shang Tsung. Pre-order and all this stuff. So again,
Johnson, you're fired.
Let's stop this one from playing. But again, you kind of see what I mean, right? There's some things to be excited about, definitely. But I think given the amount of hype that they've put behind this, they announced this maybe a few months before release. All these kind of teasing trailers and all this kind of weird stuff, no word, and then they did this teaser with the the clock and all these different weird things. I just don't think it lives up to that kind of hype. It looks good, it looks good, but with that kind of hype, I was just thinking it would be more than that. Again, you have the tag dynamic, the tag feature, the cameo fighters. You'd think it'd be a lot more dynamic with how they animate all that stuff. Again, in some instances it works, I think, better than others, but gosh, there were some things that just make it look kind of awkward to me. So I think it's cool, but it just does not live up to that hype for me. And I feel like I see a lot of hype around it. I just don't get it. I don't get why that's the case, but I just feel like I had to say my piece on this. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'll do more of these if I see that. But yeah, I just felt very compelled, given what I was seeing today, to just say my piece, just because I felt like I was in crazy land here, hearing all this stuff. So anywho, let me know what you think. And yeah, until next time, take care.